The sun was setting over the quiet suburban street as Marcus Hill drove home from work. A skilled mechanic and a man of quiet kindness, Marcus noticed a car pulled over on the shoulder with its hazard lights blinking. A young woman stood beside it, pacing anxiously with her phone to her ear. He slowed down, rolled down his window, and called out, "Everything all right, ma'am?" The woman looked up, startled. She was in her mid-20s, wearing a business suit that seemed out of place by the dusty roadside. No. I have a flat tire, and I can't reach anyone to help me. I don't even know how to use the spare." Marcus nodded, parking his car safely on the shoulder. "I can help you with that," he said, stepping out. He made sure to approach slowly, aware of how people often reacted to him: a tall, broad black man wearing work boots and a grease-streaked shirt. The woman hesitated but then sighed in relief. "Thank you. I really appreciate this." Marcus introduced himself as he opened her trunk to retrieve the spare tire and jack. She introduced herself as Sarah and explained that she was trying to get to the hospital to visit her mother, who'd been admitted that morning. "That's tough. Don't worry, we'll have you back on the road in no time," Marcus assured her. He got to work swiftly, loosening the lug nuts and lifting the car with the jack. They made small talk while he worked. Sarah seemed less tense as Marcus joked about the stubborn lug nuts giving him a workout. "Good thing I skipped the gym today," he said with a grin. Just as Marcus tightened the last nut on the spare tire, the sound of a police siren pierced the air. They both turned to see a patrol car pulling up behind them. Two officers stepped out, one placing a hand on his belt as he approached. "Everything okay here?" the first officer asked, his tone neutral but his eyes locked on Marcus. "Yes, officer," Sarah said quickly, stepping forward. "He's just helping me change my tire. I was stranded." The officer glanced between them, his expression hardening as he addressed Marcus. "We got a call about a suspicious man by the side of the road." Marcus felt his stomach drop. He straightened up slowly, wiping his hands on his jeans. "I'm just helping her out. She had a flat tire." The second officer stepped closer, his hand resting near his holstered weapon. "ID, please," he demanded. Sarah interjected, her voice firm. "Officer, that's not necessary. He's helping me. If anything, you should be thanking him." The first officer hesitated but continued scrutinizing Marcus. "We still need to check things out. Standard procedure." Marcus nodded calmly, reaching for his wallet. "Here you go," he said, handing over his ID. As the officer walked back to the patrol car, Sarah turned to Marcus, her eyes filled with frustration and guilt. "I'm so sorry. This is ridiculous." Marcus shrugged, his expression tired but resigned. "It's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last." The first officer returned after a few minutes, handing Marcus his ID back. "You're clear. Be careful out here." His tone lacked any acknowledgement of the inconvenience he'd caused. Without another word, the officers got back in their car and drove off, leaving an uncomfortable silence in their wake. Sarah looked at Marcus, her face flushed with anger. "I can't believe that just happened. They treated you like a criminal for helping me." Marcus offered a small, weary smile. "It's just how it is sometimes. I'm glad I could help, though. Your car's good to go." Sarah hesitated, then reached out to shake his hand. "Thank you, Marcus. For everything. And I'm so sorry you had to go through that." He nodded, climbing back into his own car. As he drove away, Marcus couldn't shake the familiar sting of being judged unfairly. But he also felt a flicker of hope, knowing Sarah had seen the truth and stood up for him. Sometimes, change began with a single act of kindness and someone willing to speak out.